We are thrilled to have 7 expert speakers today. Starting our program is Dr. Vinod Agarwal, who will be speaking on economic trends.
Thanks, Larry, for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. So I'll be talking about economic trends. Those of you who listened to our presentations about a month ago or before, you'll be surprised that I have revised numbers. So to begin the talk, employment numbers or job numbers were revised yesterday, and we had some good news. We originally had a loss of 2,400 jobs for year 2017. The revised numbers show actually a gain of 7,300 jobs, a revision of about 9,700. So that really is good news. Let's talk about economic growth in Hampton Roads. From 2001 to 9, economic growth in Hampton Roads was faster than that of the nation. But since that time, our growth really is not there. While the US economy on average grew by 2% or more, slightly 2% or more, Hampton Roads economy actually declined on average by about 0.2% a year. The reasons for this anemic growth are 3. The Great Recession. Second, stagnant Department of Defense spending. And third, a lackluster job performance by the private sector. Let's talk about Great Recession first. US actually has gained 6.8% more jobs than we had prior to recession. Commonwealth of Virginia gained at 4.4%. In Hampton Roads, we are still behind the curve. We have not recovered all the jobs lost. The reason behind our stagnant growth can be traced to what I call as the big pillar of our economy, Department of Defense. From 2000 to 2012, Department of Defense spending increased by an average of about 6% a year. Since 2012, Department of Defense spending has been stagnant or even has declined. Simply put, when DoD spending stays stagnant, so does the economy of Hampton Roads. If you look at the average compensation received by military personnel and compare this to non-farm workers, if you lose 1 military person on active duty, to compensate for this, we need to basically create 2.5 non-farm civilian jobs. Performance of private sector can also be seen by the fact that from 2015 to 16, average compensation received in the private sector actually declined. If you compare the employment numbers from 2007 quarter 1 to 2017 quarter 1, 10 years, private sector has actually lost about 13,000 jobs. To make matters worse, we lost jobs in high-paying sectors and we gained jobs in low-paying sectors. The point which I'm trying to make here is our dependence on Department of Defense cannot continue to be at the same level as we have been. Private sector really needs to pick up the slack in the Hampton Roads economy. We need to have innovation, entrepreneurship, and regional collaboration. Go Virginia is a nice start, but really private sector needs to pick up the slack sufficiently. The revised job numbers, as I said before, show a gain of about 7,300 jobs from 2016 to 17. The good news here is these numbers also show that on an annual basis, jobs in 2017 were higher than they ever been in the history of Hampton Roads. We have recovered on an annual basis, not on a monthly basis, all the jobs lost. Interestingly, the other segment, which number of people employed, has also increased. So when we look at unemployment rates, we need to be paying attention to not only unemployment rate, but also size of the labor force. Size of the labor force, not shown here, has also increased. So size of the labor force has increased, number of people employed has increased, and unemployment rate has actually gone down. Unemployment rate has gone down both nationally, Commonwealth of Virginia, as well as Hampton Roads. However, our unemployment rate used to be much lower than that of the nation. That is no longer the case. Again, it has to deal with stagnant Department of Defense spending. Now let's give you some good news. And this good news will be for the next 2 or 3 years. And believe me, I want to say this again. Private sector needs to grow. Department of Defense will take care of the Hampton Roads economy for the next 2 years for the following reason. The red line here shows what the DoD caps were under sequestration. Congress has provided relief 3 times. And good news is, for fiscal 18 and fiscal 19, discretionary spending caps will increase by $80 and $85 billion. Non-defense discretionary spending also increases. On average, in Hampton Roads, accounts for 4% of defense dollars. I'm not saying 4% of these $80 billion are coming here, but increases in defense spending caps should provide a boost to Hampton Roads economy. Consequently, we think Hampton Roads economy will grow this year by about 2.2%. We have revised the forecast up. We may revise the forecast up even more, realizing the job situation has improved rather than what it was prior to this. All other numbers show positive trends. Number of jobs will increase, unemployment rate will go down, taxable sales will increase, and hotel revenues will continue to increase, even though we had really a fantastic year in 2017. General cargo tonnage will increase slightly, not because of the ports, but simply because the port is near capacity at this time. Single-family housing permits should also see a positive sign. What that means is 2018 would be a good year, and 2009 would even be a better year. Thank you very much.